Hello, good evening, happy gamers to you. How's it going? Happy gamers.
Happy gamers,
everybody.
That's us.
Welcome to Gen Con TV. Welcome to Actoroke. Tonight we are running Burning Saratof. You know, we have a couple of Actoroke storylines set in the world of Chaldea. This is one of them. We do Actoroke every Wednesday. Well, that's a big fat lie. Some Wednesdays we run Actoroke, and tonight, Burning Saratof. This storyline is set in the capital city of the Empire in the wake of the God Emperor's assassination, as basically things kind of fall apart. And so this story is kind of a window into that. We are playing Burning Wheel, the Burning Wheel RPG by Luke Crane. I'm your host and Dungeon Master, Peter Adkison. My pronouns are he, they. Off screen is, but you will see her work. We have our visual scribe here tonight, Tanil. Love it.
Yay!
So she will be doing live art drawings, and we always have this little briefing before the show where we talk about scenes that might happen, and I'm like, I don't really know. But Tanel always manages to catch up. All right, maybe my players would like to introduce themselves, starting with you, Sarah.
Hi, I'm Sarah Moore. My pronouns are she, her. You can find me all over the internet at Pixies and Pins. And tonight I will be playing Lenora, who is the Elven Queen and Ethark of the Dire Wood.
Hi, I'm Megan Carey-Minasser. I hate this part so much. I'm so bad at social media. I am on Instagram at Megan and Eggs, and I play Consul Galina Volkova, Imperial Consul of Cartography. Obviously, listen, I don't want to brag, but like the most important character, Queen, Elf, whatever. Cartography. That's me. Great. She, her. Nailed it. Flawless as usual.
Thumbs up.
Every single time.
I'm Bryce Bebop. I am he, they. I am playing Kishar Talib Mushkushu. I can't pronounce it. It's really hard.
What's hard with that? Mushkushu.
There's two shoes at the end.
Shoo-shoo-shoo.
No, there's just one.
There's just one now. Period. They are they, them. I am a member of the council, but I am not on the console? No. I am a consul, but I'm not on the council.
We do not recognize your
you.
rank.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can find me online, Bryce Bebop, or Bebop Bryce on Instagram is pretty much the only social I use. Should I use more?
Keep vamping. I'm looking up your name.
Should I use more?
It's Mushkushu.
Why are you looking at me?
That's what you gave me at the beginning.
So you gotta say like
Let Megan help you. She's really good at this part.
Okay.
She's excellent.
Okay, I'm gonna phonetically write it.
He created the name. I mean, you're the one that came up. You took it out of Babylonian mythology,
Yeah,
right?
it's an ancient language. That's why I can't pronounce it.
Yeah,
we
okay.
I don't speak
It's not like
Babylonian.
I came up with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Babylonian
All right.
is hard.
Before we go any further, let's talk about
Sumerian.
safety, because I think I'm feeling a little unsafe right now.
Safe space.
Seriously though, in my games there will be no sexual assault, no violence against children. If an NPC hates you, it won't be because of your skin color, sexual orientation, or your gender identity. He may just not like you. Period. If a topic comes up that you're not comfortable with, please let me know by playing with a cup holder or crossing your arms, the X card. If it seems easy to correct, we'll do so and move on. If it seems complex, we'll just take a break and talk it out and figure out a good way to navigate the story forward. We can address problems with veils or lines. Lines are topics we just will not come up, like the aforementioned ones. Veils are like, well, we're just not going to get into the details of the sexual encounter or whatever, and we'll just cut to waves crashing on the beach. All right. Does everybody understand these tools?
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody feel like these are sufficient?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. If something comes up that you didn't anticipate, just let me know. And all right. That is it for that. I'm closing a file. I always like when I close files. There's less files open on my laptop. Close that file. Okay, so we're getting to the nitty gritty of it. Okay, let us start. We always start with beliefs, because this is Burning Wheel, and it's all about your beliefs. So, and it's okay to update them right now. You can update them if you haven't already. If you want to think about it on the fly, we could talk about it. You can ask for advice. You can also update a belief during a session if there's something that happens in the store in the session that makes that sensible, right? Like, okay, well that makes sense, right? You know, somebody backstabs you, and then suddenly your new belief is to get back at them or something like that. But so let's talk about where we're at going into the session, starting with, well, I always start on my left, so that's Lenora beliefs.
My beliefs are that humans mess up the planet and can't be trusted to rule it. So
Happens to be Megan's beliefs as well. Some crazy life and art, am I right?
And an elf will be put on the council. That's that first one. My second belief is the forest belongs to the elves and other races should be out. So I need to find the origin of the Dio. And then my third belief is family is the most important thing.
Okay. Family first. Got
Family
it.
first,
All right, great. And
even if they suck.
okay,
Spoilers.
No.
Galena.
Yeah, okay, great. My beliefs are that the pursuit of knowledge is all well and good, but it's the people who record and document that knowledge who advance a society. And so I am writing a book, and it's called Chasing Borders, a treatise on keeping up with the shifting borders of an empire, and it has been stolen. Sorry, that last part is not part of my beliefs. That's a fact, though. Yeah. My second belief is that interpersonal relationships are important, and I've been told that I'm too practical. I will find a friend or a spouse, preferably within the council, for the sake of streamlining my work-personal life.
Oof.
And no, have you seen my checklist? This is it's good. And then if you get a certain, there's like a friend zone, and then there's a partner zone. Okay, we'll see what
One of them
happens.
is that you need clean fingernails. I saw it. That's important.
We could probably get a top down on that. If
It's
you're willing to
not like,
share.
it's like literally just scribbled in the back of my notebook. But
Here
Here
bring
it
over
is.
here.
Okay.
I think, Joe, help me out. Is this a good way to orient this?
What is on? Is this something that people can look at? I don't even know what's on here. Here.
Oh, yeah, there we go. We need to hold that
knows?
page down anyway. Yeah, there you
I
go.
mean, it might just be notes. I truly don't know.
Yeah. Is that good?
It's good upside down.
It's upside
down.
oh no!
Okay, turn the
Switching
camera
it around.
There you go.
Switching it around.
There you go. Works in, what is it? Yeah.
Works in the Senate.
Yeah.
Works as a council. Attractive. Likes animals. Tidy.
Yeah.
Witty.
Oh yeah, I'm currently checking them off.
Yeah.
Well, I was
Yeah.
for the Tribunus Czar, but
Yeah. Perfect. Did you get that, Joe?
Yes, sir.
great.
Perfect.
There we're
Financially
at.
savvy.
Okay, you can have that back now.
Great.
Thank you.
You can have that back.
And that's somebody's. Yeah.
That's
and that's-
everybody.
Oh.
It's not gonna
The other note, it was all my horrible idioms. Totally couldn't be visible.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, and my third belief is that Leon Cordova should be the next empress. Because wars resulting from regime change would be too costly, so I will convince Tiomir to support her claim. Hard to do from where I am at. Working on it.
I don't know. You have like a lot of time. You could probably write a lot of letters.
It's true.
So many letters.
So many letters.
Letters.
Yeah. Great.
Cool.
All right, Kishar, believe. Yeah. The what? Hey, no. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. Your first belief. I mean, you could have a belief like get back that draft, right?
Yeah. It. I do have a little like arrow over here that says, "But first, get the draft back."
Yeah. So that could be a. It's good to have
like a
for big
sub-belief?
beliefs to
Yeah.
have sort of short-term beliefs that
Yeah.
are like the next step along the way.
Megan's belief section looks like the crazy murder wall with the string.
Whoa.
It
It does. What? I'm seeing it from here. It's huge.
Where's the camera? It is 3 things written down with a line to separate them so that I can clearly delineate them, which I guess murderers do.
obviously murderers are incredibly organized. You have to be in order to do that.
Sorry, did the murderers do the murder wall? I think I messed that up. They're like, it was me.
Chucked it down.
Yeah.
I figured it out.
cracked
Oh,
the
so it's
code.
the investigator.
Yeah. No,
All right,
in
Kashar,
retrospect.
what are your beliefs?
So I've done some reorganization
Okay.
of them. So the Bastards Brigade is our future, and I will create a powerful magic item for Fatima.
Okay.
Change can only come from within, so I must get on the council.
Okay.
That has gotten rid of the replace Lawfroth. I think I'm just like, you know what? Maybe later. But get on the council
Other
first.
stuff going on.
That's step one.
Step
Replace
one.
it well.
And then seek revenge upon those who have wronged me.
Why did you look at me?
Reasons?
Reasons.
I don't know them yet, but they'll become
So,
apparent.
is there anybody on that list? That you
There's
know
a couple
of?
people. Iltani is like the end goal, but like obviously way end goal because she killed my family.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's why it's like that's
Was not
not
very nice of
achievable.
her. Yeah,
the people who robbed my shop and stole all my tools,
Okay. Yes. Okay.
and
yeah.
then the guy who wronged my neighbor and stole their draft.
That's so sweet.
Oh yeah. Yes. Yeah, you do have a list. Yeah.
I do
yeah,
have a
yeah.
list.
Big list.
Yeah.
Oh, also, what's his name?
Oh, and this guy too.
I can't remember his name. Oh, it's
Don't kill Gary. No,
Gary.
Gary's
It's
important.
Ventus.
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 Oh, no, I'm with you
okay.
on that one.
Yeah,
That one.
that guy's a scrub. Scrub.
What did he do? What did he do to you?
He sucks.
He's just kind of a jerk.
I just don't like him, so he's on the list. I don't know.
It's so
Somebody,
funny.
it's weird
round
because
out the
it's,
list.
it's in a different handwriting, but it's on the list, so I have to go with it.
I do learn
It's so
that.
funny that there are these characters, these player characters that don't like Ventus. And I've never role-played Ventus in any game session. They've never met Ventus. It's just, that's awesome. I love it.
That
I mean,
just,
that's-
like,
Failed a
the
vibe
worst.
check for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ventus
Yeah.
just
Failed.
he walked in with a swagger and he didn't
Yeah.
have.
this
Could not
one
back it up.
couldn't
Yeah.
back it up. Okay. Okay. Well, that's fantastic.
What's the guy's name again?
Can I
Just roll your
ask,
stuff.
Ventus?
Service Castus.
Oh,
Service
Can I ask
cast.
who
Servius.
is in the sky this week?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good question. Yes,
somebody.
yes, and I can tell you in just a moment. Who's name again? Last week it was Ballerina, so this week it's
yeah.
going to be whoever's next after Ballerina. Are they in order? Oh, thank God they are.
Can we get a calendar like that with just like all of them printed out?
It's on the website. If you go to worldofkeldia.com or
That doesn't
actoroke.com,
make sense.
you can go check out under Actoroke and under the Numians, there is like a schedule of them.
But what if you made
Calendar.
a calendar
So what you
and
call
it had them all highlighted?
I think
I am
Artisan
not the
was
one
last
who would
week.
make
Okay.
Oh,
the
fair.
calendar.
Yeah,
Fair,
It
same.
would
Tanel's
be
pointing at
Tanel's
herself back
pointing
there.
at herself. It
Yeah.
would be Tanel who is making
Oh, I
the
know.
calendar.
Is that why you're not
Okay, this is
looking
the
back
fourth
there?
cluster,
Yeah.
right? We're in
It's also
cluster D,
We're in-
right?
yes.
Yeah. Okay, it's warrior.
Warrior.
Oh, that's
Okay.
good.
Fight for what you believe in,
Oh, that's good.
which is also the motto for Burning Wheel. Fight for what you believe in.
Excellent.
Yeah. So play Burning Wheel. It's like
Warrior
yeah.
time.
Inner strength, physical strength, conditioning, weapons, moral strength, and what warrior looks like in the sky is an Asian warrior with like one of those fancy pole arms, you know,
Like the super long ones?
Yeah, the super long ones
Yeah.
with all the stuff on it.
Love that.
And,
Really detailed constellation.
Yeah.
Very
So-
much so.
Super detailed.
His spear has so many different like, crenellations or different colors.
Has those like
Yeah, well,
tassels
he just
on it?
keeps getting closer if you want more detail. He's like, here you go. You wanna? Did you?
That makes sense.
All right, so we are in today's. So interesting thing is I don't have to give you an update on what's happening in the capital because none of you are there.
Fair. That's fair.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Even
So you are none of you are together. So we're gonna go around the table and do a little bit of role playing. And I start here.
Great.
Sarah knows. So
All right.
I start here where we left off. So Lenora. Ethark, very wise, distinguished queen of Ethark of Direwood, went into her little probing session with the psionists to interrogate her, find out what she knows about the assassination of the Emperor, and
Not
she
super fun.
wasn't having it.
No.
And you you invoked Ariadne's name.
Begrudgingly.
Begrudgingly.
I
Yep.
did.
Yep. That's often people when they
Yeah.
call upon the power of their deity.
Yep.
It's begrudging.
Left. We had a girls' day.
Yep.
Yeah, they have a little
Yeah,
spa
spa
day.
day.
Spa day.
I'm jelly.
Yeah.
And so you've been where this was at was in the kingdom of Latium, which is a Roman-style kingdom and culture. It's where the legions come from. The legions are trained in Latium, and she's not Roman at all. She's elf, and she's the queen of Latium. She's married to a guy who is Greek. They're neither one of them are Roman at all, but they're the king and queen.
I mean,
They're
take the
martial
power.
artists. Chan's not martial artists, and you had a spa day with her. And Ariadne is a goddess of what did we come up with? Kind of a playfulness, mischievousness.
yeah.
Yeah,
Un-elf-like things.
an elf-like thing.
She's very bad at it.
She's very-
Very bad at being an elf.
You learned a little bit that she wasn't raised by elves, and there's a lot of part of the reason she doesn't know a lot of things that elves know is that, well, just was raised by humans evidently.
Yep.
Well, so you had your time with her.
It did.
That scene ended with you singing an elven lamentation to assuage your grief for yourself and for Ariadne, who was explaining that she was having problems with grief herself, and that this was unfamiliar to her. She's not normally somebody who gets all griefed up. And
I mean, it worked for her.
you failed your role for yourself, but she's a lot better.
She
She's
feels
fine
great.
now. She's fine.
She feels super good.
She feels
Yeah,
good.
I failed my role. I think it's because she was like sitting real close to me, just being like, la, 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 la. And I was like,
And you're like, no, I need to find my
I'm
note.
trying to focus. Yeah, but she feels wonderful.
So
I'm still very sad.
Yeah.
So she offers to, teleport you somewhere if you want to go somewhere, or if you just want to live there.
I do not. I'm sorry, was that too fast? Continue with your question.
If you would like to stay and be her guest in Latium for a while, you can. But
Such a kind offer.
Otherwise,
No.
happily,
I feel like I should go home and check on what's going on back there. Since the Emperor's assassination, I was not able to get back home. So I would like to go home. I want to make sure that Reese hasn't messed everything up, and I want to make sure that like the elves are doing okay with this new information.
right. Now Reese is your brother.
Yeah.
He's also a burning real relationship. He is.
It's one of those cool family members that we were talking about.
Cool is
Well, why don't you tell me what you have? I don't want to. Yeah, tell me about Reese as you see Reese, so that I can be sure and riff off of a common understanding.
Yeah, Reese is has never really had to have any responsibility because I got it all, and so he is benefiting from wealth of the royal family and station of the royal family. He has a lot of sort of trysts, just kind of, he probably has gambling debts, like he's kind of just directionless. Closer to Ariadne than I want him to be. I mean, like, physically they have slept together, but also, like, temperament-wise, like, he is much closer to just the, like, this is great, like, I could just do whatever I want, and this wine is amazing, and I'm gonna go buy 100 horses, because, like, why not? you know.
So he is. I mean, this is definitely not typical. I mean,
Correct.
he is very atypical for an Ethark elf. Now,
Yes.
Ethark elves in Burning Wheel are the elves that run things. They're the elves that are administrators and crafts people and military. Like, you know, the other elves, the wilder elves, are kind of the elves that like to run around in the forest naked and, you know, have fun. Woo-hoo.
Yeah.
And they and you might say lower class versus higher class, but actually most Ethark elves wish that they were wilder elves and didn't have those cares.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think Reese is really cashing in on that. Like, being like, I mean, I could be a wilder elf. I'm pretty great.
What do you mean? No wills.
Feels right to me. So,
You know, you don't even have to put them on.
So you're, I mean, this is. I'm kind of trying to go a little deeper into like how he has avoided, like Dad moved out. Like your father is no longer living in Glissenmere. He's off in the Garnon Forest. And he's on the council of the Elven Council.
yes.
And that's like on a planetary level, Elven Council. And so I'm thinking that maybe he's just never accepted, Reese has just never accepted you as an authority figure. Like Dad left and you're the sister, so now he just does what he wants.
Yep. It's
Okay.
cool.
So it's gotten,
Mom.
Yeah. You're not my dad, Lenora. Thank you, Reese.
okay. All right. Cool. Well. Okay. So you want to go home to Glissenmere, the capital of Direwood.
I would like to. I need to check in there. And then, I mean, I think the ultimate goal then, once I make sure everything is squared away, is to head back to Saratof. But
Okay.
I would like to.
Right now to go there.
check
Okay. Well, Ariadne's, she's not. She's spent like 3 days with you. She's ready to move on to something else.
Yes,
She,
obviously.
she teleports you there,
Great.
and she
you
doesn't
so
even
much.
go with you. She
Yeah,
just
no.
she just teleports you into your chambers, or wherever. Yeah, that seems your chambers. I think she's probably been with you there.
Sure.
It's for some reason or another.
I mean,
she just
she just knows where to,
go. Yeah,
Yep.
she just does a scribe, figures out. She's a god.
God stuff.
That's it. Is this
She
your
sent-
room? Is this your room? Yeah, that's your room, right? Yeah. I think I was there before.
It is
okay,
now.
there. There you
sends
go.
me first, and then I'm like, also my things. They show up after.
A pile of stuff. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. She'll just keep one of the monogrammed Ariadne bath towels.
Is that what she sent me home in?
She sends you one of those.
Thank you.
little chan fist.
It's like embroidered in her face. Like, love you. Don't forget to write. All right. Thank you. Am I alone in my chamber?
Yeah, you're alone in your chambers. Then, yeah.
Great.
So just go straight into the palace. Announce
Yeah.
yourself.
Yep.
Let people know you're here.
Yes. Where I want to know where I can find Reese. I want to know, not Reese first. I would like to whoever manages the palace on a day-to-day basis when I am not there.
The palace butler.
Yes.
Okay.
To find him.
Our butlers do a lot of work.
Well,
Well compensated.
yeah. Okay. Well, you want to? Let's do a circles test.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see how available the palace butler is. That's just my way of making you name palace butler.
I see.
Come up with a name.
Is it male, female, other?
All right. So I roll
Okay, so your circles.
6.
Yeah, I mean you should be able to find this
so
person.
many circles.
You're
Fair
6.
enough.
You have a circle score of 6.
I do.
Okay, so
I'm a lot of years old, you
Yeah,
guys.
I'm just wondering mine. I forget all my stats every time I play.
it's in the attributes section.
Yeah, apparently it's 4 of them.
Yep. Circle 6, really?
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
See, that's what we said.
I gotta move
You
this
guys
thing
are
away.
Six?
Yeah.
Double check. Sure enough, that's what you wrote down here.
That is a 6.
Does the math check out?
Yeah.
I don't know. He approved this character sheet.
Okay, it's ob 2. I'm just gonna say
yeah.
that. Yeah.
And the successes are just sixes?
4, 5, and 6
fives,
are
and sixes.
successes. Yeah, it should be
Yeah,
no
super
problem.
duper pass.
Yeah, okay.
I've got 4 successes.
All right, you find the
Nice.
palace butler, and the palace butler is happy to see you.
Delightful.
Yeah, see, and if you circle a character 3 times, they become a relationship. So,
Okay.
so
I did. Is that a routine test?
that would have been a routine test for sure. Yeah, and a let's see.
You want a name?
Yeah.
Elf name?
You're gonna come up with a name.
I am.
A name and a gender. Be good. We gotta start creating this character. They're running things while you're gone.
Wait.
Beep 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 beep.
Javis.
Okay. All right. Elf name generator. What you got for me?
Javis.
Their name is Selria. Selria. I believe they are femme presenting, but they go by they them.
Okay.
I did it.
Great. Saria. So, and Ethark,
Sal,
I assume.
how have things been going in my absence?
Oh, so glad to see you, my queen, my Ethark. You.
So that was a heavy sigh.
We've been worried about you. We
Yes.
have not been able to get a hold of you lately.
Things have been rather complicated. Has the news made it back here of what is going on in Saratof?
Well, we catch fragments, of course. We get some updates by Nubble and by those little creatures that fly around.
Gekken?
Geckens. Yeah.
Sal could never remember
So
this. I don't know.
you're
Gecken.
out of character. You're let's see. Yeah, no, they've lost contact. Yeah, they haven't gotten any updates in several days.
Okay.
And messages that we've sent to forget the name of the person that takes care of your estate.
I don't know that we named them.
Another one. Another name.
No, their name.
Another name.
It was a lady.
Yeah, when?
Oh, correct.
Yeah, who takes care of your estate in Saratof. We stopped getting updates from Wynn, who was keeping us up to date, and we've heard that you were last seen going into interrogations.
Yes. There's a Taxian nasty fellow who.
Refreshments are arriving, clean clothes are arriving. People are, there's a flurry of stuff happening as
They
whispers.
whisk your towel.
Yeah, the
away.
towel's gone.
Yes,
The bathroom's gone, yeah. As
Just stand like this and everything happens.
as runners and whispers go through the palace announcing that you have returned, and there would be the butler would be like the person who takes care of the palace, but there would be a military person who would want to
Yeah.
see you.
I feel like that's supposed to be Reese, but he's not doing it. So whoever the second in command would be.
Okay.
Is that another person I
That's
should
fair.
name?
Yeah. So I
Okay.
mean, okay, sure.
Do you want me to circles? again?
No, this person just shows up.
Okay.
Let's say military second under Reese is. Anyway, this guy.
Balon.
Balon.
Baelonn.
Baelonn.
Yes. Thank you, generator.
Balon. Okay. male Ethark. Is that fine?
Yes.
So Balon comes in, and there's a lot of people like, oh, so good to see you, welcome back, so glad you're okay, there is, so he will want to talk to you about military matters.
Of course.
And there he will say, well, since you've left, there have been increased presence of legionnaires in Dire West, and most recently, Civitas has called up his legion, has marshaled his legion, called it up from reserve,
Yep.
Activated, there we go. Activated the legion that's across the border and has been talking in a blustering manner about coming into our lands, looking for Shadden.
But has not breached our borders yet.
Not Dire East.
But is in Dire West.
Yes. And some elven communities in Dire West, there's not a lot of elven communities in Dire West, but such that they have been packing up and moving to Dire East. And so there are elven, I guess, refugees, but they're your kin, so they're not really refugees, displaced from their homes.
Do we have a count of how many have come into Dire East?
Several hundred.
And how does that...
More on the way. There's probably, that's probably 20%. There's some that won't leave, some that will be reluctant to leave. So not everybody agrees there's a threat.
Is Civitas' legion being aggressive or just present?
Well, it's calling up the legion and marshaling it and moving it to our borders.
Great. And
The marshaling point, he's calling all the cohorts, and the marshaling point for the legion is just across the border from our lands. So for anybody watching, Civitas is a male legionnaire from the Emperor's army who has a governorship of the adjoining the kingdom right next door to the Dire Forest, which is...
he doesn't like elves very much, as it turns out.
Yeah.
What a jerk.
Yeah, who would hate elves?
And
I hear you have no problem with them.
Nope, love elves.
That's not what I heard.
And Reese will show up eventually. Yep. Come over. Give you a proper bow. And sister, come over and give you a kiss. And I'm so glad that you are safe.
What have you been up to here?
Well, there's been lots of military drills and lots of organizing of the military, but I've turned that into the most capable hands of Balon. And Balon is like, yeah.
You know that is your job, brother.
Yes, I'm just delegating a lot of it to Balon because he's so good at it.
Right.
Yeah.
And in all of your then spare time, once you have given all of your work to someone else, what is it that you are doing?
Well, I've spent some time exercising, eating well. What are you expecting here? What am I? What? I was thinking of going to the front lines to see for myself what's happening there.
And how is your sword training going?
Yeah, you know. It goes. I've been practicing a little bit.
I look over his shoulder at Balon to see if there's any look of recognition that he has actually been practicing.
Oh, Balon is like, oh, yes, yes, Therese, yes, you've been doing, yeah, he's been practicing. Yes, we've been on high alert, trying to make sure everything, we're prepared for any eventuality. Isn't that right? Yes, right. I think Balon knows that he needs to, he's not going to be openly...
Not going to rat him out.
He's not going to, he's in a tough position here. Okay. Yeah.
And since I last saw you, brother, is there any indiscretions that I should be aware of that I need to take care of before heading back to do state duties?
State duties. You're not going back to Saratof, are you?
Well, someone has to.
But we're about to be attacked.
I thought that you trusted your capable hands, this army here that we have.
But there's more to a war than running the army. I'm
Correct.
Balon and I will take care of the military. You want to see the map? We got a map, a war map.
Why don't you go get the war map?
Well, it's got things on it. Come here, follow me. It's over. We have a room. I've been decorating it.
You've been decorating the war map?
The room where the war map is.
I see.
Yeah, make sure it's good lighting. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was very dismal at first. We were trying to brighten up the place.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm following him towards this place. So I'm very interested in seeing the war map, but I know you, I believe, unintentionally touched on exactly why I should be going back to Saratof, because there's more to a war than just the fighting, which is something that you just said, and it is dealing with the power vacuum that has happened. Don't you think that an elf should be there in order to assist with that?
I suppose. I don't know. You're much better at that than I am. Yeah. So there is a little bit of administrative stuff that relates to being the queen, right? Like people are like, hey, there's the spiders want to talk to us. There's a bunch of stuff going on. Now you would have other people that you can delegate to in terms of Chamberlain, people that can help you with these sorts of things. But it's not like it's completely idiotic for somebody to question why you would go back to Saratof.
Oh, yeah, totally. No, I was explaining. I just know that she would be very irritated with him in general all the time. This was not me being like, Peter's asking a dumb question. This is me. This is Lenora being like,
no,
man, every time.
Yeah. Okay, so he'll be annoying. You have,
Yep, correct.
He's been spending there's a war room. He's been spending some time painting the miniatures to make them look better.
I'm sure they look lovely.
Cool,
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's
cool,
good.
Reese. Good job.
Good job, buddy.
Yeah. Everyone's like, wow.
You can really see all the individual. You're painting them after every soldier, every
good.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, I see them all.
You probably would feel like you've got to stick around here for at least a couple days and just clear some of the higher, more complex touch points of things that involved in running your kingdom.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and
Ooh.
Oh my God!
You guys, my house is so nice.
Thank you.
Have you seen my
Nice.
house? You should come over.
Oh my gosh, I should.
It's better than the
I
one
would,
you're
but-
trapped in, I bet.
Yeah, just to be real clear.
Nice.
It's so lovely.
She just does that with her hands and her brain. That's amazing.
Correct. Yay! Don't show your brain. Keep that inside.
Yeah. All right, good. Like, no.
While you're
Terror at Actoroke.
so while you're going, a couple days later,
Yeah.
Talith will come see you,
Okay.
and he will. So he catches you in a private moment.
Sure.
Queen Ethark Lenora, so glad that you are back. So glad that you have arrived unscathed. I assume you're okay.
It was wildly unpleasant, to put it lightly, but yes, I'm here, sound of mind and body.
And with Ariadne's assistance.
Yes, I had to call on Ariadne to help me out of the probing.
So
You heard me.
we have. So Civitas is after Shadden
Yes.
and Luandil, who both showed up prominently in the minds of some of the elves that were probed. Any thoughts on what we should do with Shadden?
Well, I'm not keen to hand Shadden over to Civitas.
Well, while he is here, the kingdom is threatened. If Civitas, I agree, that would be. That seems like a very dastardly thing to do, to hand Shadden over to Civitas.
Correct.
But at the same time, if Shadden is here, that's what Civitas has threatened, that he will do whatever it takes to recover Shadden.
Well, perhaps we could take Shadden somewhere else. Outside of the Direwood.
Then I think I was thinking along the same lines. But then how do we let Civitas know that Shadden is elsewhere?
I mean, we could try a diplomatic meeting. Send someone in, talk to Civitas, tell them Shadden is not here.
Why would they believe us?
Why wouldn't they?
To think that we're just don't want them attacking our lands, and so we're saying that. What if we were to turn him over to someone else, like Amandella, the Guild of Sionissus, to Zune?
I just feel like that's not better. Do perhaps. Ariadne is prone to whimsy, but I think we could maybe convince Ariadne.
something to think about.
I will mull it over.
Okay, that seems like a good place to
Yep.
leave you for a moment.
Mullen.
Galena's worried about her goat. You should check in.
Oh, yeah. Get to the meat of this story.
The goo.
It's goat time!
Okay, so when last we left, so you are being held against your will
I am.
at the country villa of Servius Castus, the former legatus of the Imperial Army, also
Current
former
douchebag.
Yeah, current douchebag. Douchebag to some, the
Yeah.
goddess to others. Yes, the individual who
things can be
formerly
true.
was occupied your position on the council until the emperor, until he retired, and the emperor appointed you. And so recently he stole your draft of your book,
He did.
Chasing Borders,
And then stole me as well.
and then stole you.
Yeah.
He clearly,
Cool guy.
yeah.
Totally nice.
Yeah. Really good friends.
Yes. So he arranged to kidnap you, as you've
Yeah.
deduced.
Yeah.
A
Sure did.
centurion. Let's see here. Look at the 5 minutes. Yes. A centurion Essex was took you to transport you to your office, and you ended up here. You fell unconscious. Now, while you've been here, you're held on house arrest. You don't have free reign to just go wherever you want to. There's always, if you leave your room, there's always somebody nearby that asks you where you would like to go and offers to accompany you there. And we'll look into it and see if you can go and do this sort of thing. But you've made a friend of a young lady, Githa.
Wait, Githa?
Githa? Is that right?
I wrote down Githia. I don't know.
Githia,
Is
yeah.
it Githia? Or?
Yeah, let's do Githia. That's better. I like that better.
Okay.
Githia
Githa.
Vyacheslav, who's the daughter of Euproxia, who
Prince of
you
Rouge.
went on a trip with, a cartography conference years ago. And you seemed to have, you believed it was a friendly relationship that you had with Euproxia. And so you smuggled out a letter
note, yeah.
recently.
Yeah,
And
I did.
why don't you tell us about this note? Because I think it's a fun read.
Masterful.
Yeah, master
I think it's
stroke.
possible
Let me
Joe
pull
has
up
it might be able to put it up
Yeah, let me pull it up in case it's slightly different than in my notes. It's now sent to me. Okay, so I was like, hey, I just got this goat because missed in the recap, but I got a goat from my maybe boyfriend, and he has like several boxes ticked on the list. So
Tribunus Azar. He's not on the council though.
no, he's not. I know he doesn't tick that box, but he has
Yeah.
nice teeth. So he gave me a goat.
Nice teeth.
Practical.
Is that what he said? Nice teeth.
It's on the list.
It's on the list.
And so I was like, hey girl, my goat, I'm so worried about it. Can I send a message to my buddy at my house about this goat? And she was like, sure. So I wrote this. Dearest Yelena, please convey my deepest apologies to Tribunus Azar and thank him for the kind gift of his goat. Make my apologies and let him know that I'm looking into the matter we've been discussing. To help myself think, I've decided to take in some country air. Please ensure that the goat's art is its name, is given the finest service, inexplicably capitalized, and accommodations. May set watch over us all, lest this unrest cast us, weird kerning, looks like one word, into a time of troubles. Regards, Consul von Kova.
Perfect.
So good. Very
I don't
nicely
think they'll
done.
ever crack it.
It's
Yeah.
so, such a good code.
So stealthy.
I'm basically, is code-wise a thing? Do I have it now? I feel
I should
like
definitely be training in that. It's
might.
so good.
Yeah.
That just showed up in the writing skill.
Right,
I
okay.
think I made you do a writing test on that.
I think
maybe.
you probably did. I don't remember. I don't know.
We'll say that you
It
did.
was like 100 years ago. Yeah. Yep. Oh, no, I did a persuasion test to get her to send it. That's what I did.
That's right.
Yeah. Great.
Well,
Hopefully that really clear message gets someone here.
so I mean, we can just let time go by until something happens, or do you have something you want to try, something sneaky you want to do while you're here, or
yeah.
do you have an idea of how to spend your time?
Yeah. I don't know how exactly
Yeah.
to make this happen, but I got nothing but time here, baby. So what I was thinking is that the first thing I'll try is like maybe while walking around the grounds or whatever, or like the house, right? I'm like looking at art, or I give them some, I'm like, oh, wow, look at all this damask on the walls, amazing, right? And I'm like looking around the house, and at some point I like drop something, like a brooch or something, right? And then later I can be
Yeah.
like, oh no, my brooch is missing. I gotta go look around for it. This is not my wheelhouse, okay? I am a cartographer. And so then like anytime that there seems to be like any laxness in my guard, I'll like be like, I just really gotta find that brooch.
Yeah,
you know,
so-
and like wander around because
Yeah.
I'm trying to. This is maybe not
Yeah.
clear. My awesome plan. I'm trying to find the draft.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's a pretty advanced plan. I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you weren't able to drop the brooch in his office, which is where you, but
Probably, yeah,
it's
first
probably
place.
the top of your list of places
Yeah.
where you think it probably is. His office, which is attached to his library.
Yeah, the library though. I love reading. Oh man, I should go to that library sometime. You know what I'm saying?
You haven't. Yeah, you couldn't have dropped the brooch there because you haven't been able to go in there.
Yeah, I can't even go in the library.
No, no.
well, that
it's-
sucks.
Yeah,
This place
libraries
sucks.
are very. You know,
Yeah.
most people don't.
Boo to being kidnapped.
Yeah,
This vacation is awful.
Yeah. Zero stars
usually-
on TripAdvisor.
So usually Githia is the one who would escort. Like, and if you want to do something, Githia is not there. There's like a just like whoever's assigned to be kind of like watching the hallway where your room is. Like if you come out, then they would go and get Githia, and they would have you wait until Githia got there.
Okay.
But Githia is pretty friendly to you, and it doesn't take long. You're not able to really escape her without making a roll or something like. But generally, like if anytime you want to go somewhere,
Yeah.
she goes with you and accompanies
Oh, I
you.
super want to go to the library. I just love books. I'm a nerd. Everybody knows it. Look at these glasses. I can barely see without them because I read so much.
Right. Yeah. Well, you can't. Oh, my lady, we can't go to the library.
Why not?
It's.
You said I'm not a prisoner. That's like
that-
classic prison move is not going to the library.
I think prisoners.
Prisoners get to go to the library.
That's really
No, I just
it's
have-
not in probably Lulu.
I just have strict instructions not to take you to his office or the library.
Well,
You're
not the
al-
office,
you're
of
only
course. That would be crazy, Githia.
But you have to go through his office to get to. It's his library.
Oh,
it's a
it's through
personal
the-
library. It's not. It's not a
okay.
library for
I thought it was like
everybody.
a library. Okay. No,
Well,
that
no.
makes sense.
Yeah, it's just his. Yeah.
Crazy that he's hoarding knowledge like that. Like, what if you want to read a book?
Where's your brooch?
I know. That's a question on everybody's mind, too. Is we've been
Everybody
looking
wants
for
to
it. Have
Where
you
did you
seen
leave
it? Or
Yeah, I mean, she's more obsessed
bird
about the brooch.
on
She's
it.
really worried that you
Yeah.
lost a brooch and that somehow it's going to be her fault.
yeah. No. If you see it, definitely let me know. Just got a
Well,
little.
she wants to like retrace all your steps. and-
Yeah. Let's
and-
retrace my steps.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I assume you're going to find it.
I mean, you know.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, maybe. I don't
mean,
know
unless
how
you-
good we are looking.
Unless you try to when you
Like
get
dropped it in a plant or something?
Unless you just don't. I mean, you could just avoid where you actually left it, right?
What amazing. How did that even happen? Yeah. Yeah, sure. I mean, I'll keep it lost for now. For just in case I can come up with something about it
keep
later.
it lost.
Yeah.
Keep it lost.
Yeah. It is in a plant somewhere, so even if we walk by it, we gotta like look in the plant. Okay.
Another thing you've noticed,
Yeah.
being you're here a few days, unless you interrupt me with something. I'm basically assuming you're going to be here a few days.
Well, I hear you. Yeah.
You
Heard.
there are more. At one point, like 3 days into your stay here, another large attachment of military people show up.
Okay.
Like he's got a bunch of soldiers around, and then a whole bunch more show up.
Okay.
And it's too many for them to all come into the estate. So they're camped out. There's a camp that gets set up out just outside the estate walls. And people, military people coming and going all the time, in and out. Yeah.
Hey, Githia.
Yeah.
This seems like an inordinate amount of soldiers. There's like practically an army out here.
I know. It's more. Yeah. There's.
Have you heard anything about what the plan is for these? Like, because
No, but,
surely he
you know-
doesn't want to,
No, but I mean with the emperor dead, I mean it's just there's hostilities breaking out everywhere, banditry,
Yeah.
people getting kidnapped.
Yeah. So is he providing protection to the local people or just himself?
Well, yeah, probably. I don't know what he's doing with all these people.
Because they all seem to be
but
camped like
there's
right here.
Yeah, but it's like it's like old friends of his are showing up. People in the military. There's a lot of
Yeah.
retired people that come out of retirement.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
That seems normal to happen here. Okay.
And so you also, by the way, you also are invited to dinner every evening.
Yeah,
So
no, I remember our last dinner.
yeah.
It was cool. It was
Yeah,
great. I loved
so-
it. So much small talk.
Everybody dresses up, you know, and it's a formal affair, and the number of people at dinner is growing. Like there's more military people, but not, you know, they're not always, you know, the right people to be at dinner, you know. But it's, you know, there's guys, military guys coming in and out, you know, and occasionally one or two of them will be there for dinner. That sort of thing.
Okay. After the first night, which I was like not in a great mood.
Why?
I don't know. Probably woman stuff. Or the kidnapping, actually. Sorry, it was the kidnapping. After that, though, as more people start showing up, I try to the best of my not socially adept abilities to not be overtly hostile anymore.
You're trying to be pleasant.
Trying to be somewhat pleasant, trying to sort of like rub elbows a little, just so that he can't then make a narrative about how he's gonna, you know, supplant me because I'm awful.
Okay.
Right. He has to like come up with something else, or just not even try. But I wanted them to maybe be like, oh, maybe she's not so bad. So that's unfortunate what he's doing. You know what I mean? Just like any little thing I can get.
Okay. Yeah, you're trying to create a yeah. You don't.
Yeah, not that they're going to be like, what do I saw? But if they were, that'd be cool. But mostly, I just want them to not hate me actively.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't want an army hating me. It's cool.
Maybe if you play your cards right, you'll get another goat.
Ooh. Two goats.
Double goat.
Well, if I like, yeah, if I think of a way that will, like, if something comes up
Yeah,
in
yeah.
our story where that would matter, then you'll help me remember this, and we'll figure out a test.
Yeah.
One thing is that, not. I mean, it's not like he introduces you as a prisoner,
Yeah.
right?
I keep her in my basement.
Yeah.
I kidnapped this one.
Like, like.
Yes, hello.
You know, when it's the right, you know, in those moments when it's appropriate to be introduced to someone, like the person sitting next to you or something like that, you know, you're introduced, you know, with your appropriate title and who you are. It's like there's no a subterfuge
Sure.
happening around who you are,
Good.
and some people don't seem to know that you're being held here against your will. Some people obviously do. People who live here do, but it's
Right.
not being sort of broadcast.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice of him.
Yeah, he's basically.
Sometimes I take people.
Yeah.
It's not weird.
No, not at all. This
Normal.
is my doll collection.
I do try at one point, though.
Yeah.
I'm at dinner.
Yeah.
And I am like, oh, that food of which we just ate some.
Some borscht.
The borscht. Oof, wow. Yeah, no, they basically can't even make borscht here. I don't feel great. And I'm going to try to, get out without being followed because I'm like, oh, I'm running really much. But, as stealthily as I can, try to get out of the room. But the people near me will know that it's because I'm not feeling well, right? So hopefully it doesn't raise too many alarms and see if then I'm immediately followed.
Okay, so you're
I'm lying.
No, there's a skill for this. It's called
Is it called falsehood?
It's called inconspicuous.
Okay, well, I have falsehood.
Yeah,
Can I
it's,
lie
yeah.
about it?
Let me use this other one, though.
Well, okay, so you want to basically falsehood, inconspicuous. Stealthy
Yeah.
is like when
I
you're
see,
sneaking,
I see.
nobody
Yeah,
can see you.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Inconspicuous is like you want to move somewhere, you
Right.
want to go do something,
Yeah,
and you don't want
inconspicuous.
anybody, you don't want it to
It's not going to register.
not register,
Yeah.
right? That's what inconspicuous is. And You don't have the skill though, do you?
I don't have inconspicuous now.
That's great,
So-
because then you can open it up. So you can test
Inconspicuous.
Okay.
and so good. Hey,
Great.
you get a test out of this. This is a gift, by the way, when I let you make a test.
Yay!
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
What's your will?
My will is 6.
Okay, so you will start with. So you'll write under skills being learned, which is. Do you know where that section
Somewhere
is?
It's on the other section, I think.
It's,
over here. Yeah, skills
here.
being learned.
Skills
Yep.
being learned. You'll
Yeah.
add inconspicuous there, and you'll put that you're.
That seems like too many used. Is that the right amount of used?
It is because
Yeah.
that's how many you wrote. It's perfect. You are perfect.
Aw, you're
Yeah.
perfect. Peter, you get a star for
Yeah.
making her feel so nice.
Okay, so with the skill 6, your aptitude is 4. That's how many times you'll have to test it in order to actually get the skill for real.
Okay.
And you'll, let's see. Aptitude. Yeah, and so you will roll 6 dice, but the odd will be doubled.
6.
I think that it's a to essentially ditch the security. I mean, you're to leave the room in such a way that they just look normal. Given that there are people assigned to watch you, I'm going to make it ob 3.
Okay.
But it's doubled because you don't actually have the skill.
Right.
So you roll 6 dice.
roll.
You get
Okay.
6 dice.
All
I'll let you
successes.
fork in falsehood because
Okay,
you could
okay,
lie.
nice.
You can do a little
Okay.
lying cover up.
I'm gonna spend a fate on this also.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't have to.
I don't have to do that
You
yet,
can.
right?
Yeah, persona is the one you have
Right.
to pre-declare. If you
Well, I'll
spend
do that
persona-
too. I'm just.
Okay.
Wow,
done.
Persona.
Yeah.
That's another one, right?
Yeah, that's a die for each
Outta
persona
here.
you spend,
Okay.
and then if you end up rolling any 6s, you can spend a fate to explode
Yeah,
your
okay.
6s.
Okay.
But you do that after you roll
Gotcha. And what did you say the odd was for this?
6.
6 is so many.
Yeah,
But you're gonna
because
get
it's
it.
double.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
fine.
We all believe in you
But
here, so.
can I do? Should I do another persona? Is that too many persona?
Don't use your last one.
No, I'm not. Sorry. Well, I had
You
4.
can use up to
so-
3. You can
Oh,
use
great.
up to
Okay,
3.
I'm gonna use 2 then.
Okay.
So I'm down to 2 over here.
That it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And the penalty for failure is.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part.
Penalty for failure will be that you'll actually think that you got away with it for a while, but somebody's going to find you when you least want them to.
Okay.
Like when you finally make it to
When
the
it's the
library.
Yeah. Okay.
How long have you been there?
All right.
I just found my brooch.
Here it is. It looks just like this manuscript.
Okay.
All right. Let's roll it and see
I'm gonna use
it.
your
Okay.
thing.
6, 6,
Ooh,
6.
lots of nice.
Okay.
Sounds of
oh, there's
tingling.
1, 6. Oh no. Okay, but 1, 2,
Oh, yeah.
3, 4,
5. You just need one more, and then 6 can explode.
Okay, so
I'm
spend
gonna-
a fate.
I can only reroll 1,
Do it.
6. Okay.
And then,
And
when
then-
I'm just gonna.
Then
he doesn't
don't
need to
re-roll it. Leave it there. Just add one more die. Just roll another die.
roll another die.
Sounds so good. Okay.
She doesn't need to see.
But
what's
which one
happening.
of these? Which of these?
That weird one.
Bony one.
Okay.
Bone.
Okay.
Bone, bone, bone. Bone, bone, bone.
Yeah, 4, 5, or 6.
Close to those numbers.
Yeah, interesting.
I just want to see if that would have. Okay, also sucks.
Okay, good.
Phew. Just check. Oh wait, it's this one.
Yeah.
It's this one.
Okay, but you
Still bad.
you did get a test on
Yes,
for inconspicuous.
okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, you get a
something.
test.
You feel like it worked
It
great.
totally worked.
And you slipped away.
Yeah,
Yes.
you did.
Huh?
Slipped
And-
right away.
I assumed that you were going to head to the office. Yeah, to his
You're
office.
correct.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm going.
Your spy music maybe gave you away.
Just slowly cronking my way through this. Okay, great. All right.
Okay, so sneaking along, and like you made free. You got free. You got to the library or to his office. You got in the office. You closed the door. You start looking around in the
Turns
office.
on the light.
I've been waiting for you.
And so I assume you're looking for the manuscript, right?
I am.
Yeah,
Wow. Yeah,
yeah.
we're on the same page.
Yeah, wow,
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you open up a drawer, and you hear this voice that says, "Nope, it's not here."
I fail.
So there's just a voice in the air.
Okay.
It's not Servius's voice. It is a masculine voice. It doesn't sound quite human.
I
It's
don't
got a
recognize
weird
it.
timbre to it. You don't
Okay.
recognize it.
Do I recognize? You said it's not human. Can I recognize like what type of creature it might be, or anything? Oh, what do I don't know. Do I have any stuff about that? What's that about?
Yeah.
Recognize voices. I have that.
I have nose all.
No.
Just what you said I could have it.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it a falcon?
I do have falcon.
Oratory speaking. Okay. No,
Well, okay. So
Okay.
I will make it a wise that you don't have. So it'll be an untested. It'll be another.
Nice.
But I can't tell you what the wise is because
Okay.
that would be the creature.
questions.
So
Okay.
it'll be a
Dash
if,
wise.
if you succeed at the test, then
Yeah.
you succeed because I tell you what the wise is.
Oh.
Yeah. Interesting. Right. So it's
Wise.
mystery wise. But don't write mystery
Ooh, I'm
wise
gonna
because then we'll think it has to do with
write question
mystery. It's a question mark.
Blank wise.
Okay.
Blank.
And then your perception. What's your perception?
Perception is also 6.
Okay.
Get
So
'em.
then your aptitude is 4. So you need 4 tests. You roll 6 dice, and I'll put the at 2. So it's double to 4. So you have a really good chance of,
Okay.
of
Yeah,
knowing
you got
what this
this.
is.
You can do it.
Oh man, you totally have this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, baby. Look at that. Success, success, success.
3
Wait, that's only 3 successes,
Yeah,
not
it's
4.
only
Dang it!
but you
Wait, but I
But
can
you got a
there's 2
six.
Yeah, you
sixes.
can
You got 2
sixes.
sixes.
Oh, 2 sixes?
Spend another fate
Wanna
and
do
roll
it.
2 more dice.
Do
I thought
it.
I had 4
Don't
in
roll
there. I
the
was all
dumb die.
excited.
Do you want to borrow my dice? I don't know that they will help, but you can have them.
No, I don't know. Here, that's too scary for me. Okay, these two. These two. Yeah,
Here we go. Here we go. Okay, that's
2 threes?
That was not.
that's
That's
basically
not what we wanted.
garbage.
If you add them, it's a 6. So.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
So,
Rolling. Maybe I should borrow your dice next time. But yours are angry. You told me they were
I
angry.
don't know. Try.
Okay.
All 3s.
Okay.
None of
So
my dice. Okay.
there is
voice.
there's a question mark wise
Mm-hmm.
that you're going to have appointed, but you don't know what it is. I'm going way off script in terms of how the rules are supposed to do it. Anyway, but I've got a plan. I've got
Okay.
a plan. I got an idea here. Okay. I will tell you this much.
Mm-hmm.
Something that can talk.
That it has,
And not
you're not quite sure what the creature is,
Mm-hmm.
but it has an Ardean accent.
Okay.
Oh.
Ardeans are Arab
Okay.
inspired. Okay?
Okay. And
And
I don't know
it's
of any.
masculine and it's, yeah, so
Okay.
not in there, but
Okay.
you're not supposed to be in here,
Yeah.
Galena. Ms. Council, excuse, let
Volkova.
Peter back up. Consul
Volkova.
Volkova.
Yeah.
Consul
Corrects the
Volkova.
voice.
Yeah, I do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Consul Volkova. You're not supposed to be in here.
Yeah, agreed. I'm not actually supposed to be here at all, and yet here I am. So,
Yes, that's true.
can I know who I'm speaking to?
Just someone that guards this room from intruders such as yourself. But I'll tell you what, if you just move along, go back to the dinner where you're supposed to be, we'll keep this between us,
Us being
you and me.
because
Yes.
you're
Here.
Jared. I want to say
Your what?
Jared.
oh, Jared.
It's true. We
Sounds right.
have not been properly introduced.
Yeah, that seems rude. You know, I mean, this is a fancy estate. Surely manners need to be observed, even here in this office.
Omar.
Omar. Oh, wow. Oh, right. Nice.
Omar Wise.
There you go. Omar Wise.
Nice.
Yeah, let's just start. Let's go with
Okay,
that for
okay,
now.
nice.
Omar Wise. Omar
I
Wise.
know so many Omars.
All right, I'll go, but just know that you are working for a garbage person. He sucks, and I don't know you very well, Omar / at all, but I think you're better than this. You probably could be doing better than sitting here guarding an office waiting for some random cartographer to break her way in.
High stakes cartography. Yeah.
You know, I'm actually the consul of cartography, so
Oh, I know who you are.
it's
Yes.
I like because it's just a
Yes.
disembodied voice. I like the idea that Galena's just like,
yeah. Oh yeah, just
Looking around the room.
wherever you are.
yeah.
Yeah, you can't pinpoint the
Yeah.
source, right? It just, yeah.
So if it's an inn with the consul that you're looking for, or the council of consuls, or anything like that, I would be a powerful ally. Just think about it, Omar.
I will keep that in mind.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I go
Back to dinner.
back to dinner.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm
yeah,
like,
the door,
"Ooh, that borscht.
the door
Okay.
open.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Hey, so you make maps?
I do, yeah.
So when you sent, why didn't you send a coded map instead of a coded
What? Yelena
letter?
doesn't do map codes. She's just she's like my maid at home. She's my maid slash
okay.
bestie.
So she couldn't have like taken it to someone who could have.
Wow, that's like a whole nother code of who to take it to, you know? Also sneaking a map out, that seems like more sketchy. I don't know. I just didn't want to be suspicious, so I sent that really good.
Fair.
You're doing an amazing job of
Thank
not
you.
being suspicious.
Yeah. Anyway, I come back and I'm like, woo, borscht. Ugh.
Do not go in there.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You know what has sour cream in it? I'm lactose intolerant. Yeah.
Cheers.
Like I said, I'm being charming. I think I've established that already.
I'm trying to find a little piece. Ah, there he is.
Uh-oh.
There he is.
Okay. So something that happens at dinner that night, FYI, is a guest shows up who's not a military type guy, and he is he's armored, but more like the type of armor that somebody, an outdoorsman, wear, like a ranger
Okay.
or a rogue or somebody like that. Not legionnaire type armor.
Yeah, more like leathers.
Yeah, and he's got a couple of he has men at arms with him, and when he gets let into the dining room, and Servius immediately gets up and goes and sort of intercepts him, and they peel off. Like and Servius, it was like you could tell that Servius was annoyed that this guy was allowed to come into the dining room.
Oh, okay.
And
Nice. Ooh, tea. Somebody at the dinner. I'm like, tea time. Let's go.
and this guy was in there just long enough to scan the room, and you definitely got an eye contact with
Great.
this guy.
Nice.
Right? Okay. And
Does he have good teeth?
You could tell that he is Russian.
Ranger man.
Nice. Oh, I think that's actually maybe. No, that isn't on here. That's okay, but yeah, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's he's
Yeah.
kinsman
Yeah,
to
yeah.
you.
Nice.
And you could just tell by his bearing and everything, like, oh, this guy's a Russian thug
Okay.
of some sort, like a strongman, or maybe maybe an underworld type. I mean, he just carries himself like somebody who would be in Russian powerful circles. The various leaders often have just gangsters that are around them that are that go off and do shit.
Okay.
People that love to fight. And he just looks like that kind of guy. Like,
Okay.
And anyway, so they peel off, and you hear somebody say, I think that's Dario.
Dario.
He's like, yeah, he's
Fancy.
It's like he's an insurgent, a bandit. There's like a lot of sort of
nice,
words used to describe this guy in a very unflattering sort of way.
Okay.
But also,
But I've never heard of him other than this.
no.
Okay.
And somebody says, yeah, He worships the old gods, somebody says. And somebody, Russian, says he worships the old gods.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm going to leave you there
Okay.
and we're going to let Bryce
Okay.
play a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah!
First time.
Okay, so you are also under house arrest.
I am.
It's a popular thing to be.
I love house arrest.
Yeah, so where you ended up, when you entered, when you were sort of arrested here, you were taken to an area where the easiest way to explain it is game mechanics. D&D were, anti-magic era.
No.
It's probably fine.
You were taken to it's a simple room, and it's not like a prison cell, but it's a room.
Okay.
It's underground,
Tight.
no windows.
Cool.
It's
Not a cell.
It's not a cell. It's not a
Definitely
not a cell.
den?
It's more like a den,
like a wine
like a
cellar
man
room?
cave, you know.
Yeah.
Is there like stuff to do here? Is there like a plasma TV with wine?
Yeah, there is foosball down here.
There is food and cheese here. Like you're near the wine cellar and the cheese cellar, and
Nice.
and there's
worse for you.
there's a room that's got a bed and
Cool.
a couch, and it's a desk, and
not a
it's got a
dungeon,
lantern, and it's got a big old
Okay.
heavy frickin' door that
Open
is-
at all times?
With a guard in front. Like, what happens
So
every time you
nice.
go to anybody's house?
Yeah.
Where they guard you and lock you
So
in
cool.
for your safety. Tight.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
So I would definitely have tried to cast magic immediately. Just low speech. Where's the rats at, yo?
Yeah. Magic ain't happening.
Cool.
Wow.
Pour myself a glass of wine.
Yeah. Hang out.
Is there anybody around, or does anybody come check on me?
Yeah. Eventually.
Okay.
I mean, you are. So when somebody comes to look in on you, they're accompanied by a couple of legionnaires. So you got soldiers, and
Very important.
and this guy comes in.
Gentlemen.
He's dressed well. He's older. He obviously knows. He's obviously used to being in command and being respected. And
Would you care for a drink, sir?
sure, why not?
I pour him a drink.
He sits down.
No need to not be civil while we're
Yeah.
all here.
And one of the legionnaires is just standing in the doorway, And so, what are you doing here?
Well, it seems that I'm a house guest.
That's what you're. Yeah. Why did you come?
I merely came for a chat.
Came for a chat.
I did.
All right, let's chat.
Do I know who this is?
It's Servius Castus.
Okay.
This dude.
Loves kidnapping. Here I go, kidnapping again.
Damn.
Well, thank you for taking the time to meet with me.
Yes. I mean, I've got two consoles under house arrest here now. I mean, this place is getting popular.
What exactly am I?
I have ambitions, but I got to say that we're way ahead of plan
I'm under house arrest for what?
until I decide what to do with you.
Oh, well, if it helps you decide, I would say free me.
I know that's what you would say. You
That's
came here.
my thought.
You came here for consul Why am I having so much trouble with your name? Volkova?
Volkova.
Yeah, Volkova.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write that down so
I
I
keep
don't
wanting to
fuck up with it.
overcomplicate it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
because Servius doesn't
just
really
a
respect you as a person, and so
Yeah, he definitely knows my name, but pretends to forget
Yep.
it every time he says
Peter
it.
knows your name.
Yeah.
It's Servius who just cannot
He's just
remember.
Yeah.
mean character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you already said that you were here for to rescue Consul Volkova.
I didn't know that she was here. I came to ask a question about a new map I heard was coming out. Since I couldn't find Galena, I figured that you, as a previous consul of map making,
No,
would know.
your very words were that you were looking for the book that you claim I stole. That's what you said.
That is true. That is.
Yeah. That.
Sorry,
Yeah.
the wine has addled me.
Yes. So what am I supposed to do with you?
See my previous suggestion?
Let you go.
Yes, that would be number one. Number two. I don't know. You said I claim that you stole it, but obviously you're saying that's not true. So then,
Oh, so you're just going to believe me, and I can just turn you loose, and everything be fine.
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
That sounds like the way to go for me.
I like your style.
You seem like. Go on.
I want to treat you with respect. You're not on the consul, but you have Laufrost's ear, the Grand
I do.
Vizier.
I do.
If the Emperor were here, you might claim you had his ear. Who knows? But you've been in council meetings.
I have.
So, I mean, I could see if I could ransom you. That seems like it could be profitable because the economy is collapsing. I'm not sure I could get anything of value.
Oh.
I could turn you loose, but then I have a magician who's shown up with ill intent. And, I mean, that just seems dumb. Right now, I've got you screwed.
It seems very presumptuous of you to assume I had ill intent. But
Magicians must never be trusted.
I prefer enchanter, master enchanter, if you were to use my title. But
Master enchanter.
Yes.
Yeah.
you know, you don't want to let me go. I want to be let go.
Yeah, that's the dilemma.
So, what can we do here?
Well, I am a gentleman, an aristocrat. You're in my home. I feel some obligation to allow you to come to dinner, enjoy my hospitality. It's just the way I am. But I need your sworn oath that no trickery, no casting of spells, no using your magic
Okay.
while we work out some sort of arrangement.
I am a person of honor, so I give you my oath that while I am enjoying your hospitality, I shall cast no spells.
What are you enjoying? Enjoying being a euphemism for while you are on the grounds. You
Yes.
will not
Well-
engage in magic. You will not engage in subterfuge. You will honor the expectations of a honored guest.
Yes, if this allows me more freedom, then this.
And we can put a
Charming
time limit
area.
on it. If we haven't come up with a plan for what to do with you, say, 2 Numians from now.
2 Numians, okay.
The 2 weeks. Then we'll.
Oh, I know. 2 Numians,
Let's see. Let's get through the week of greed. And
good call. Good call.
let's get through the week of greed. And certainly, I will not keep you from Senate.
Oh, that
I'm also senator,
I understand.
as is Consul Volkova. Maybe we'll all
Yes.
end up going to Senate together.
Maybe we could all ride together,
Maybe
have
we
a
could.
ride
Maybe we
share.
could. Maybe
That
we
would
could.
be pleasant.
Right.
Well,
We're responsible for the planet anyway.
Okay. Let me
Worse
check with my
emotions.
security. And spend the evening here. And tomorrow we will resume our discussion, and you'll be free to enjoy my hospitality.
Thank you. I would ask that
Yes, we'll bring down dinner.
some writing implements, idle hands.
Yeah.
I'm a jewelry
I'll see.
crafter, but if you could.
I'll see to it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So a little later, he comes back with this guy I described earlier, who looks like basically a thug.
Dario.
Dario. He's got good teeth too.
The Russian dental plan apparently is just really nice.
They have good water there, you know.
And very good looking if you're into,
Hey.
men with a lot of muscles.
Attractive. Conventionally attractive.
Conventionally
Good
attractive.
teeth.
Good teeth, a lot of muscles. Yeah.
Got the job.
How's he feeling about his family? Working on it. Okay.
So he comes back later with this guy Dario, and it's just like they open the door, you're there, and somebody brings in the writing utensils, right?
excellent.
They bring in the writing utensils. Bring another guy comes in with a tray full of food, like
Sweet.
stuff like that from upstairs, and then him and Dario just have a conversation about you, like. He shows up. It's he's not a consul. He's a senator, though, right? You are a senator.
Yeah, I'm a
right?
senator.
Yeah, a senator. Muskushu, A de Laufroth. Ugh. Yeah, it's my thought exactly. Akkadian.
I'm ready.
A
you
male
scrolling?
Akkadian. A male Akkadian is not a. He's not a slave.
doing an
No, he's
illumination. An illumination.
enchanter, and I think he denies it, but he's here to. He came here looking for Consul Bukova. Oh, okay. Yeah. So then they close. Service kind of waves. Tips a hat to you, and they walk off. And you hear the last thing he says. Yeah, I think ransoming them is probably the safest thing to do. You don't want him here.
Wait, that's what Dario says?
Yeah.
Financially savvy.
Nailed it.
All right, go on.
So, the next day, guess who's at dinner?
Galina, it's so wonderful to see you.
You too. I did not
Yes.
expect to see you here.
Same.
Are we being watched?
Nobody. They just to make it easy, they sit you two together at dinner.
We know they're gonna. We put them at ends of the table, shouting.
They got.
Yeah.
It's like yeah, they're gonna compare
We're gonna
notes
talk
about.
anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
Are you okay?
Yeah, are you okay?
I mean,
Kidnapped, right? But yeah,
yes. Okay. Yes. Did you get my note? Did Yelena find you?
What?
Oh,
What
wait.
note?
I sent a coded note.
I sent you a note.
Well, I've been here. I didn't
Oh,
get it.
well,
I was kidnapped right away.
I knocked on the door and got kidnapped.
Well, on my door?
No, this door.
This door.
I came looking because I know he had the book.
Oh, wow. That is so nice of you. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
What is in that book?
Maps? I've explained this to you so many
I
times. Are you
understand that
serious?
they're maps, but why are they worth kidnapping?
Because if you have the maps, then you not only have the power of an imperial consul, potentially, but you also have the land in a sense, right? Because whoever makes the maps is reflecting where the borders are. That's a lot of power.
That is a lot of power.
Thank you. Yes. Oh, I try to tell
Okay,
people
that
this all the
makes
time,
sense.
and they never get it.
Is it enough to kidnap two?
It would appear to be.
There.
I personally feel very passionate about it. Have never kidnapped anyone, so it's hard to say, where you stand.
There's.
Young lady Githia is trying to get your attention.
Yes. Oh, I'm so sorry. This is a friend that I've made here. This is
why hello.
Githia. I
Githia.
knew her mother. And this is. Wait, do you have like a title? What's your title?
Most refer to me as Master Enchanter,
Kishar, or it's
He's also senator.
Senator.
Okay,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is Senator
Either
Kishar.
In console meetings, he would be introduced as senator.
I know his name in the game. Don't worry. Galena says it right. Yes.
Such a pleasure.
They're a good
you.
friend and my neighbor as well in the city.
Yeah, well.
Because
She's,
we're neighbors here too.
Maybe even roommates.
she's not very good at flirting subtly.
Yeah.
Oh. Thank you.
Yeah, so she seems to be quite taken with you.
I sort of pull her aside. I'm like, excuse us just for one moment.
Yeah,
We'll be back.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, I don't want to get in the way of anything here, but just as a casual reminder, it would appear we're both being held here against our will, and it is not, generally speaking, the best time for. I'm not an expert by any means.
Amorous
My
advance.
understanding from what I've read, maybe fine.
My mother always told me any opportunity you get to advance yourself socially, one should seize upon it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, okay, go for it. Just a little bit of girl time.
She'll be slightly more restrained.
I've been working on this wonderful illumination.
Oh, I love
Ooh, can I see it?
illumination. I was like, yeah.
Do you happen to recognize any of these people?
Do I?
I don't know.
I've
what
been
do you-
trying to illuminate Dario.
Oh, yeah.
Because they didn't tell me his name. I just saw him.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
Yeah. Are you good at drawing?
like, I am.
Nice,
I
okay,
am,
yeah.
actually.
That looks
Yeah.
looks like that
Yeah,
Dario
sure.
character from
Oh.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, you haven't seen him since. Like, you just
Yeah.
saw him that one time. But you've seen other people.
Dun, dun, dun.
Look how sneaky you
You are so sneaky, but like not at all. There's like a guy right behind you.
Well, if she can't see him, he does not
Oh,
exist.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah. It's like a Schrodinger's cat.
So I was working on this, and I know that the upcoming Anumian is the Anumian of greed. And are we being listened to, closely, or could I just?
I mean, there's
talk?
just a dinner conversation,
Okay.
and people talking you guys, a lot of people are talking and quiet dinner conversations with people.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And if you guys are actually talking to each other, other people, I mean, if somebody is trying to overhear, they're not being obvious about it.
Okay. I found him very handsome.
Yes. He was handsome.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I agree. He had good teeth. Did you notice his fingernails by any chance?
Did I notice his fingernails? I didn't.
Okay,
He was
that's fine.
He was wearing gloves.
He was wearing gloves.
There's a type of fastidiousness to that. Okay. When did you meet?
Last night, he and Sarcastus were discussing future plans.
Oh, for you or for me? Or I mean, did they even mention me?
For all of their
Talk about me.
Did they say anything?
for all of their
Guess.
willing house guests. Yes.
Okay. Well, that's not.
No. I don't know.
Also, that I went. Okay. I'm having thoughts over here. Sorry. Whew.
That happens.
It does.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose that might get us back to the Capitol.
We need to at least be back for the next Senate meeting.
Right. If we're missing, someone would notice that.
Oh yeah, you've missed a council meeting.
Oh.
Oh.
You've missed a council meeting.
Yeah, that's.
So I mean, there's
Yeah.
you could imagine that there's definitely a concerned
Hullabaloo, yeah.
entities out
Okay.
there. Maybe
Yeah,
a
especially
search
if we miss
going on.
another.
I don't remember if
A
I
lot of people have been missing council meetings though, so
Yeah.
you know it's
Fair.
like yeah.
I don't remember if I told a Mr. Crane that I was coming out here before we parted
no,
ways.
I don't think
Okay.
you did.
Okay. Crap. That would have been nice.
If it comes up, I'll look at the notes.
If only
But no.
someone knew.
Yeah.
You were asking around about. You did find out where he lived by asking somebody. I can't remember, but
Okay.
yeah. But you know, you somehow you would have had to have asked somebody.
Somebody.
Where he lived and arrange transportation to get here. So there's that.
So here we are. I do.
Surely, if we miss 2 meetings, then that might worry people.
I would hope so, especially with you being on.
Okay, I'm going to leave you two there.
Yeah,
I
okay.
think you guys,
Discuss how do we
you guys
do?
have caught up.
Yeah.
You guys are speculating
Yeah, okay.
on this sort of thing.
How do we get out?
Okay, back
Let's
to
break out.
back to Lenora. Okay, so you spend some time handling queenly stuff.
Sure.
And making sure that you feel comfortable that various not sure about in the military, everybody just kind of works around your brother. I mean, Balon and other people. So,
Okay.
you're not. Your kingdom is not incompetent. These are Ethark elves,
Yeah.
and
And I would make sure that Balon knows that if Reese does get a wild hair up his butt and wants to go to the front lines, that he'd be shielded
Yeah.
during it.
yeah. Is Reese a good fighter,
I think
or is he just a fop?
he's just a fop. Like I think that because I think
That's-
when we were supposed to be both training, I trained and he went through some motions, but really I don't think that he cared to,
Okay. Yeah. So in that case, he probably doesn't want to fight too either. Then he probably yeah. So
Sure.
yeah. Okay. And other parts of your of the administration. So your goal then is to, after spending a couple days here, get Lith to take you back to Saratof. Is that what you're thinking?
I feel like I should go back to Saratof because I still think it's a good idea to have an elf on whatever reformed council is there.
Right. Are you confiding with Lith about your plans, or anybody about your plans? I mean, you'll have to ask Lith. You'll need Lith to at least take you back
to take
there.
me back.
Right.
I don't know that there's anybody. I feel like somebody should probably know that is the plan.
I mean, he's going to ask you questions. Like,
Sure.
what? Are you going to let him know that Ariadne grabbed you out of being interrogated?
No. But I am going to let him know. I don't think it's a secret that the plan for me going was to try to get an elf on the console. I think that's common knowledge. I think that's why I was there in the first place. And so
Okay.
that I will definitely say, that part of the plan hasn't changed, even though the Emperor has been killed. I also think me not being there will cast suspicions on the elves, and so I should show my face. It might not be terrible, even though I feel comfortable in my ability to fight, to maybe have another warrior with me. Somebody who could handle themselves. Maybe come with to go. But I don't think I trust Lith to tell him that I was taken out mid-interrogation. I think he knows that I ended up with Ariadne, because I don't think that is a thing that I would keep secret. But the circumstances of me going there, I think, I don't trust him with.
Okay. Great. So you're going to ask him to take you back?
Yes.
Okay. Well, very well.
Yeah.
Go to your apartment.
I think. How long has it been since they took me out of the interrogation room?
It's been at least, it's been a week, let's say. That happened, that all happened during the prior week, the week of Artisan. It's now the week of Warrior. You've missed a council meeting.
Uh-huh. I mean, I think I would want to be as close as possible. So back to my apartment in Saratof, with the idea that once I get settled there, I would be moving to head out to go straight back to the.
So your place.
My place.
Your apartment.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that we need to decide whether what's happened to you and all the riots and everything that's happened and all the unrest,
Yeah.
whether your apartment is still there.
Okie dokie. Is that a roll or?
Well, it's not a skill test, but I could just decide. But I like to let these things use dice for this, just from a die of fate, and so.
In the part of the city that was getting protected, though?
Yeah,
What do we know?
Yeah, no, I remember it was on the map. We could get it out, but it was. It was in an area that was. There's not many safe places in the city, right? So, okay, I'm going to roll
Let's
d6.
find out.
I'm going to roll d6. The higher the roll, the worse it is
Okie
for
dokie.
you. So you want me to roll a 1,
I do want that.
and I want to roll a 1.
Okay.
Okay, but...
Do you want to use one of my dice?
Yeah, they've been rolling.
A 3, that'd be average,
Okay,
right?
so
Hey!
a 1.
Pew pew pew. Warrior was on my side.
Yeah, wow. So...
Thanks, man.
Tillith put an enchantment on your home
Okay.
to just make it look uninteresting
Great.
and boring and
Inconspicuous.
inconspicuous.
It's a thing I know a little about now.
Yeah.
It's inconspicuous. It worked better than your enchantments did.
Hey,
Yeah, yeah.
I was robbed.
And that's okay.
Blind. No, they will pay.
And so Wynn has
Tried your best.
so he takes you back to your apartment there where Wynn is at and your modest staff. I'm
Yeah.
thinking it's probably 3 or 4 people that
Okay.
kind of take care of the place. And you wanted to take you mentioned wanting to take a warrior with you
Yeah, I think that would be prudent.
and just basically take one of the tough dudes in the military, right?
Yeah.
All right, so you basically can just recruit somebody in the military to go with you who's a tough sword singer
Okay.
and an elven sword singer.
Let's give her a name.
Okay.
Haria. Haria.
Arya.
She, her.
Great. So so you'll get you'll get a report from Wynn, who's like, just like it's been like 3 weeks since it's been over 3 weeks since the emperor died. There's been all this unrest and of course she knows about the enchantment. Evidently, I mean, I don't see a reason why she wouldn't. And they've been, just praying that, not praying because they don't worship gods, but praying in the other sense that the enchantment would work, and it has. And your apartment's still there, and it's fine, and your people are there, and they're fine. And but Wynn is going to warn you that there's a warrant out for your arrest.
Yes, I thought perhaps that would be the case.
Now, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's happening. Good, cool.
So the warrant would be, now this is very, politics. Not everybody follows the law in different ways and stuff like that. I'm going to give you a little, just because there's a warrant out for your arrest doesn't mean that you don't have options of people you could go see, maybe necessarily. If you go to the palace, you want to avoid legionnaires, you want to avoid the Psionic Guild and any Imperial Palace guards, stuff like that. The palace is a very dangerous place for you to go to, as would be like the Senate Discourse, places like that. But if you wanted to go and see somebody, like a person, who isn't one of those factions who you think you might be able to trust, then you could do something like that and feel like you would have a chance of not getting arrested. Right?
Okay.
Right. It's like not everybody cares what the cops think, right? Or what the cops want, or what Amandella wants, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So
who would those people be that I would be, like, who would she know to go see? Do I need to make a roll for it, perhaps?
Well, I actually can think of at least one person that you should be able to think of. I shouldn't have to get. I'm going to let you think about this just a little bit longer,
all right.
Sarah.
Okay.
Look at your relationships.
Relationships. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I could probably go see Thomas Swift, yeah? Yeah.
You think that you probably could.
I probably could go see
He
him.
was nice to you in council meeting.
Yeah.
Thomas.
Good old
You're
T.
a real Swiftie.
Swift.
Thomas.
We love T. Swift.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also your lover
Yeah.
with his sister,
It's true.
who you haven't seen.
I haven't seen her in a bit. I've been a little busy.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's good.
Last you saw, she got taken for questioning.
No, I had sent her away before.
Oh, you did?
I did. I sent her out of the palace before. Did they go after her?
You did.
Oh.
Okay, then she's probably with her brother.
All right.
Okay, let's go with that.
Great. I'd like to go see him. Is he at their house?
You know where he lives. He has an estate. You could just show up there if you wanted to.
I would love to. I would like to go in an inconspicuous manner.
Right, with your new friend.
Yeah.
With Haria.
With Haria.
Okay, so you and Haria, inconspicuous, like all elf cloak out. And,
Yeah.
in a carriage or something like that.
For sure.
Go to his estate and maybe go to the back entrance or something like that.
Yeah. Give the secret knock.
The secret knock is just.
It's just regular knocking,
Yeah.
but it feels secret.
Yeah. There's a really specific cadence if you have a good ear. Yeah.
Okay.
The elves have really great ears, so.
Yeah.
You're a super high level elf, so sneaking around and go at nighttime.
Oh, you're just
or broad daylight.
inconspicuous.
Must be nice.
Cool. Go on.
Sorry. I feel like I should apologize. No.
Omar doesn't find you.
No. Well, I didn't go to that dude's house,
Yeah,
so.
you should. Everybody's here.
It's a party every day.
So you go to Thomas Swift's estate, and so you go to the back door, and elves whisk, you get whisked in.
They're all excited. Ooh, elves.
New elves.
Activate elf protocol.
Yeah, the protocol is get them inside before anyone sees them.
Yeah, and
They're so inconspicuous.
of course Mona, runs to your arms.
I was definitely here for you first.
Yeah. So, yes.
Yes.
Oh, Lenora, you're okay.
Yes, I am okay. Listen, I would love to catch up with you. I was very worried about you during all of my misadventures, but I do need to speak with your brother on a couple of council matters, political things. I know you hate it, but if you could perhaps wait for me upstairs.
He's not here.
Where is he?
He's camped out at he's actually over at Sybil's
Why is he at Sybil's?
because it's next door to the Senate Discourse, and he's been very busy with economic stuff. He's been spending a lot of time with
Money to all of the. I do remember bad money things were happening.
yeah.
The elves are
Shit
fine.
has hit
but
shit has hit the fan with the
this is
with
why
the
I didn't
economy, and
convert
he's
to the euro.
yeah, he's been over with Consul Yukos, Consul Oke, and the other one.
All those other ones.
They've been working long hours, but I could send a message for him, tell him that someone is here to see him that he would want to see. I'll ask him to come home.
That would be good.
Yeah. So, is this urgent? Do you need to
Yes,
see-
quite.
Like, you need to see him tonight?
I would prefer it. It's. I'm sure you've probably heard about the warrant for my arrest.
Yes, there's one out for my arrest too.
Yes. Which is why we won't be leaving the house for a bit.
Yeah. Okay. I will send him a note. We'll send a courier to get him.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's hope that works.
Yes, it does.
Ta-da!
We'll frame forward middle of the night, like
Great.
3 in the morning. Takes, to Ma. Comes back, yeah, and is excited to see you. Oh, Actoroke Lenora. So happy to know that you're safe.
As well as a bit touch and go there for a bit.
Mona's up there. Mona's with you.
Yes.
She's not going to miss out on this update.
I'm sure. But I was able to head home and check on the elves, and now I am back here to try to clean up whatever mess, because clearly the elves were not responsible for the assassination.
Clearly not. He looks tired.
Yeah,
He's obviously been burning
all the candles.
yeah, burning all the candles.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
So many
Yeah.
candles.
In the
Yeah.
center.
Just,
So what's the news of Civitas? Is it all bluster, or is he actually raising an army, calling up his legion?
I trust him. Yes, we have established that he and I are.
What you know of Toma is that he is lovers with Sybil, and that the two of them are the most likely to support elves.
Okay.
Sybil, they're friends with Ariadne too, but Sybil has championed your cause, whether you were there or not. The
Okay.
cause of having more elven representation. So she has been missing since Cernava was assassinated. So nobody knows where. So yeah.
Okay.
So
Yes.
he and Sybil are definitely the two consuls that you think are most
On my side.
most in alignment with what you want.
Okay. I'm going to make the choice then to tell him the actual truth. Yes, Civitas is marshaling forces just across the border from Elven territory.
Are you worried? Do you think your elven troops are up to an assault by a human legion in your woods? I would think you would have some advantages.
In my woods, yes, I feel confident, but the truth is we shouldn't have to split our focus.
And just to remind you, you're not sure about this whole Dio thing. Mm-hmm. That's the thing that worries you. Right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, the elves would be like, "Yeah, come into the forest and get
come
us."
on in.
You know?
Yeah, but there are
Did I do
there are other things at play.
Did I just flip off the audience? Sorry.
There are other things at play that are of concern, but that I don't want to be splitting our military focus to Civitas.
Yeah. Well, given that the legions don't have Drazeldar anymore, I think that would swing the odds in your favor.
I would hope. I mean, I don't relish the idea of wiping out a legion, but we will if we have to.
Wow. What can I do for you? What do you want to? Is there something I can do to help?
I'm trying to get the arrest warrant nullified.
There are a number of people that are wanted. It's becoming a glorious list. Yeah, not just it's you now, Ariadne, Sybil, any elf
sister?
that resists. Yeah, my sister. Yeah, me. Most like me.
Well, yeah, you are keeping quite the company these days, Thomas.
I don't know how to get rid of that now. I do think that things are changing so quickly that I think time is on your side. Like I wouldn't. You can't go to the
always on my
palace.
side.
You can't go to the palace right now, and I don't know how to change that. But I do think that things are changing.
Good. Can I trust you to give me reports on what's going on inside the palace?
But of course,
Wonderful.
yes. Maybe yes. But of course. And I can help you go about the city. If there's anybody else you want to see or any place you want to go, I don't think. I don't think that there are psionic assassins out scouring the countryside for you. I think it's more that if you show up in the wrong place, you'll get arrested. If you want to go, maybe speak to Tiamir. Maybe you could arrange an unofficial meeting with him if you wanted.
I think that would be wise. Outside of the palace, probably.
Yeah.
You think you can arrange that?
I'll see if I see what I can do.
Wonderful.
Okay. I want to come back to you two, and I think we're getting close to the end of our session for tonight.
Okay.
The rumor starts circulating in the house that there is another military unit, another group of legionnaires of at least a couple of centuries,
Whoa.
that have also set up camp, but they appear to be antagonistic to the legionnaires that Servius Castus has in
That
his
could help.
employ.
Okay.
Can I use aura reading at this dinner?
You want to use aura reading? What is that? A supernatural skill? Oh, you're like you're good.
I'm not doing anything duplicitous.
Yeah, I guess aura.
I'm not casting any spells.
Yeah, and
You are
It's probably
following the letter of the law and not the spirit of the law.
and it's probably just a passive thing that you do all the time.
It is
anyway.
actually my instinct is aura
Yeah.
read when entering a room
Yeah, of
to
course.
find the
Of
people who are
course you
most
would.
receptive to
Whatever
being
you do.
smooth talked.
It's
Nice.
probably fine.
Yeah.
And nothing bad will come of it.
Nope. Not at all.
Okay, yeah. So what? Who do you want to aura read?
I'm just looking at the dinner table to see like
Yes.
who is more willing to help kidnappies.
Like who's not as on
Who's
board
not
with
like on board with
Yeah.
Castus? Because somebody has now told this other group, now that this rumor is getting around that there's another group of folks out there. It's like, oh,
maybe there's Some info.
Yeah.
Who would be willing to help us?
Right. Okay. This calls for a test.
Yay!
Yeah.
I just roll first.
Roll up.
Roll up.
Do you want to use some of mine?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I like to roll
You want
above a
the tray?
3. I would love to roll in the tray. Once I find out what I'm rolling.
Pink velvet.
Woo!
I want to roll the same.
Okay, this is going to be an ob for test
Okay.
to see if you can pick out that there is somebody here who does not like the
Not like super pumped. To be here.
Legatus Castus.
Okay.
It's me.
Yeah, it's like, we're just like, I'm like, oh
Can't
my
even
god.
see past my blinding
Yeah.
aura of rage.
If you fail, it's just Galena. Just
In addition to the people you already know about, so it's an ob 4 test, and let's see, and yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, sorry. This is a good dinner party.
this is the best dinner party ever. Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
Is it aura reading?
It's or reading.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
It's an ob 4 test of aura reading.
Nice.
So yeah.
Fork
So
anything in?
what's your aura reading skill?
4.
4. Oh, that's gonna be
okay.
tough.
It is. So I'm looking to see what I could possibly fork in.
You know, there is that
Sixes,
one thing
explode.
that you can fork into anything. Don't you have
Sixes,
astrology?
I do
Seduction.
have astrology.
Yeah.
Anumian!
You can always.
Seduction.
You can always fork into.
You're playing to your
Should I
strengths.
not suggest that? That's
You know
that's a
your
good one.
strengths.
This is a fight. Like,
It
this is.
said it's not just physical strength. It said all strengths. And this aura reading is totally a strength of yours that you're going to use tactically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
a warrior
would also
stuff.
like
That's
to
a warrior stuff.
That's a warrior
try to
stuff.
fork
I
in
know. I draw
philosophy
maps.
That's
to
the name
see
of
those
this
who
episode.
are,
That's a
like not
warrior
matching
stuff.
the same ideals as Castus. Like if that's why they're not with him. If they're like Castus is all about doing whatever it takes to get what he wants, and they're like, I'm
Philosophy.
not.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
see it. I mean, it's an interesting take if you had like a diplomacy or something like
Do you have
more like
I
that.
don't.
Yeah.
I have persuasion.
Yeah.
Would you like to persuade their aura?
Sending out my good vibes to touch their good vibes.
Do you have etiquette?
There you go, perfect.
I do have etiquette.
I'll let you fork an etiquette.
Cool. I'll take that.
For reasons I will not explain unless you succeed.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And do you have any persona or anything?
I do, and I will be using at least one persona.
Yeah, do it.
Because I only have 2. I burned them up last time, trying not to lose my stuff, which you did.
Okay, so how many
I know
dice
what
are you
that's
rolling? Don't
Right.
without counting the persona. Persona
Without the
doesn't count.
persona is 6.
6 dice.
Including I believe it's the Anumian die
Yeah.
is what it was.
Yeah, that one does count, unfortunately.
Okay.
Okay, so if you're rolling 6 die versus ob 4, it's a routine test.
Hey.
You can do it.
I
You
can do it. Don't
You
roll
can do it.
3s.
Well,
Yeah.
Hey, 3 6s and a 4.
All right.
nice. And you just needed 4, right?
So you got it.
You got
Yeah.
it.
You got it.
Isn't there something bad that happens if the Anumian wins,
Which-
though?
Is it the Anumian? Did you roll the Anumian? Roll a 1?
Yeah.
Oh!
That's why you made it a different die.
Yes, that means you got to roll another die, and if it fails, then you lose one.
Oh no!
But you could always explode 6s if that.
I could always explode 6s, which then
Yeah.
I would get to
Yeah.
roll
But the
3.
warrior's on your side because
Yeah, warrior. Got a 4, so
Yay!
It's fine.
okay. For reading routine check.
Yeah, his wife.
Oh snap!
Oh snap! We're gonna spill some tea.
His wife. That's
Is
the
that
etiquette
just her
thing.
name?
His wife doesn't always follow the etiquette rule. Like
she's just
some of-
drinking. She's like, oh, the great Servius
We
Castus.
love him. He's
yeah.
so
I'm
great.
plying her with wine.
I think.
Pocketed a bunch from them.
Yeah, I think we'll leave it there. I think that's a really good place to leave it. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Nice.
That's a good place to leave it for today.
We're gonna drink.
Okay, but
Miss Castus.
we
No,
my
gotta
husband's
do
really great or
some-
whatever.
Such a good guy.
Oh, we love him.
Okay,
Hero to
so
all.
let's
So good.
His wife.
He could draw maps, but he can't find the bird rule.
Oh,
Okay, art awards.
all right.
Dramatic to that.
Let's do that. So, Sarah, tell
Yes.
me any of your beliefs that you think that that you played to or resolved.
Well, I mean, I think by going back to
Yeah.
Saratof, I am taking steps to put an elf on the council.
Yep. Agreed.
So that's
That's a fate.
fate.
Yep.
And then I also feel like by going home and checking in that I maybe wanted to make sure the family was okay. So family being the most important thing.
Yep.
Faith.
So that's 2 fate.
I had not found the origin of the. I don't think
the
I
DO.
made steps toward the DO, so I don't think that's it.
Did you use any traits or instincts to create problems for yourself? I don't think so.
Not yet.
Part of my role in asking that is to remind you for future sessions that that's a way you can get more fate. Is
Yeah.
to use your traits, instincts and traits to create problems for yourself, or to send the story, or to change the way the story's going.
Gotcha.
Right? Those are good. Okay, Megan, how about you for Galena?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to find that manuscript.
Yep, you definitely are.
Feels like that's happening for sure. I don't know if I was active enough in this, but I did take note of some things about this Dario guy.
Yeah, you did.
Ooh!
Yep.
Okay, great.
Yep.
I have not
Yeah.
even remotely talked about Leon Cordova.
That's 2 fate.
Nice. Okay, and then I mean, I don't know. I do keep trying to make plans over here. I have an instinct to to work meticulously on something. But I don't. I
Yeah,
think that's
I
a
don't
little too
think
vague. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. No, I mentioned my glasses. That is it. I mentioned that I have them. So
Every session, just like also wearing glasses.
Oh,
heads
I'm
up.
so nearsighted, guys.
no.
Yeah. Yeah. So 2 probably. That's what I'm
Okay,
thinking.
2 fate. You get 2 fate for that.
Great.
Kashar?
Bastards Brigade didn't play any roles. I don't think anything we did here really helped me get closer to being on the council. But I definitely now have an avenue for revenge on Castus.
Ooh.
Because,
For sure.
like, I am.
Yeah.
I'll give you a fate for that.
You.
Yeah.
Yes, the
I'll
wife.
give you a fate for that.
And then I aura read when it's definitely pushing the boundaries of what he's okay with. Or at least.
Yeah, I think that's how you got the fate for that's how you discovered that his wife is.
His wife.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, not for the instinct.
Oh, what is the
The instinct is aura read when entering a room to look around for the most receptive to.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you did that, but it didn't really create a problem for you.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't,
That's what I'm worried
Only if it
about.
creates
I don't
problem,
think it
yeah.
created danger, right? I mean, so that's just using your instinct for its benefit, right?
Yeah.
It's like doing the thing.
Yeah.
It's you get a little extra if it actually creates a problem for you, or well, it did change the direction of the story actually, and then now you have this whole line of possibility related to his wife. So that is a so you do get a fate for that. So
Okay.
you get 2
Nice.
fate.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay.
So much
good.
fate.
Oh, the fates.
Okay. Okay, so now moments of gratitude. You can each award somebody else.
I would like to award mine to Megan for not being inconspicuous. Doing so good and just being like,
very
I
close.
made it.
On.
Somebody is watching me. Oops. Yeah, really enjoyed that. It was really good.
Yeah, hey, good job being inconspicuous.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to give mine to you for succeeding at being inconspicuous. I could learn a thing or two, even though I wasn't there.
Definitely teach
And
you at
also
some
for
point.
taking steps to run a literal kingdom while we're like,
You guys are, you're like yakety saxing.
Yeah. Fully just
man.
nonsense.
Okay, so that's a persona
Okay.
for
great.
each of you.
Thank
And Bryce, you get to award
And-
somebody. Oh,
yeah. No, wait. Oh, man. I want to give one to Bryce, too.
Can I give two?
Sure. I'll let you do it. I will.
Okay,
Not
because-
normally, but I will today.
Okay,
Yay.
because
Bryce
I
doesn't
feel
have
like
one yet, and Bryce
I
thinks
have
one.
been spinning my wheels in this stupid estate for 2 games of trying to do stuff and just failing at it, and this wife thing could get us somewhere.
I'm hoping it
You
does.
officially did a useful thing, and I have had no. And I'm saying, as opposed to me, in contrast to me, doing 0 useful
I
things.
mean,
this whole
you
time.
do realize I couldn't let you get captured and then get out the very next section. I mean, it had to be
I know, but also,
at
like,
least
even
one
I've
whole
been like
session.
rolling first. It's not working out for me.
Yeah.
So
You did
yeah,
get a goat.
I did get a go
Which-
before I even got kidnapped.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that predates the kidnapping entirely. Since then, useless. So thank you for and
you.
for being a good friend and coming to check on my manuscript.
Trying to
All
help.
this stuff is going on.
Yeah.
So I don't know. 2 for you is. You didn't say anything. That sounds like 2 for you.
I'm waiting. No approval.
No, so you get one person.
I don't know who mine goes to. If it is to Megan for taking aside the handmaiden to be like,
No, man.
no,
Read
right
the
now.
room.
Or if it goes to Peter for
Yeah.
like just randomly like social climbing. That's
Yeah,
me.
now's the
Handmaiden
time.
getting a rung up. So like
Yeah,
that
pretty good.
character, that NPC has it.
Give it to
Megan gets it.
Yeah,
then,
Megan,
yeah,
for
yeah.
pulling her aside and
I
being
can
like,
always give myself whatever I need. It is actually typical Burning Wheel rules that you can award the DM, and then that's cool. But that wasn't. I would set the bar a little higher for myself
Fair
in
enough.
terms of accepting.
Then flirting. Okay.
then yes, for pulling her, because like, girl, what are you
We just got kidnapped.
Okay, but for real though, what you doing later? Is what I'm asking. Like,
I know you're not going anywhere.
I know where to find you, is what I'm saying. Like,
We live in the same manor house right now.
and don't even have to go outside.
You can't escape.
It's not weird. It's romantic.
It's romantic. Oh,
fine.
she cuts my one bread into like a little heart.
little
and is like,
heart.
here's a cup of water to go with it.
And then smashes it and slides it under the door.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
that's
still a
nice.
heart. It's just flat.
All right, I am going to
Peter
give
is
an award
done with
for
us.
Sarah.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
For being brave enough to return to the Capitol when there's a warrant out for your arrest.
That's a good one.
That's
Thank you.
pretty. I mean, not that. Not that you wouldn't have anyway, but
Yeah, I don't know that it was the smartest. Well, I toyed with the idea of like just going and
after some of
slapping
this.
Savitas down a little bit.
Sometimes you just gotta go slap somebody, and I'm getting very close.
All
In my
right.
situation as well.
I understand.
Same.
Yeah.
You just
All
like,
right.
don't do magic.
So for
Battle
our
awaits.
all right,
They don't
our
sound-
outro, you guys can do one more reintroduce yourself and promote anything you'd like to promote and where you can be found on the internet if you'd like to be found on the internet.
Great. Hi, I'm Sarah Moore. You can find me all over the internet at Pixies and Pins or my website, which is pixiesandpins.com. Every Friday night at 5 p.m. Pacific here on twitch.tv/GenConTV, I run Sarah's Table. This Friday, I'm actually allowing myself a Friday off, but I will be back next Friday with the first episode of a 3-episode arc of The Vanishing Lands, which you can get at thevanishinglands.com, which my partner made, and it's dope. So everybody go buy it.
There you go.
The end.
Thank you.
I'm Megan still, and I am still the worst at this. I am on Instagram at Megan and Eggs, and I have a callback on Friday, so send me some good juju, and then I'll tell you about the thing that I definitely got cast in next time.
Yeah.
All right, great, cool.
Is it going to be a secret?
It's gonna be a secret until I get cast, and then it could be anything I get. Like, that was the thing. thing. But for real, I'll let you guys know.
I'm Bryce Bebop. You can find me online, Bryce Bebop, Bebop Bryce on some of the socials, like Instagram and whatever people tell me I should start using from now on. You can watch me a lot of times here on Wednesdays and Actoroke with Peter or with Mike Boozer. And then I always like to plug Gen Con because I'm going to be there doing stuff. I'm going to be in a Scooby-Doo outfit. I'm going to do
The
some
whole
other
time?
stuff. No, I'm going to be cosplaying a couple different things.
Can't wait.
And then I'll be at booth 100 and possibly a different booth. We'll see.
Look for Scooby-Doo.
Mysteries. Look for Scooby-Doo.
Well, thank you, Sarah, Megan, and Bryce for joining me today. I am
you.
Peter
Thank you,
Adkisson. I was
Peter.
your Dungeon Master today, and can be found on Facebook at Peter Adkisson, and sort of indirectly through Gen Con or Gen Con TV. We have a couple other shows. I also am on Peter vs. Machine Monday mornings at 9 a.m. Pacific time, and on Fridays at 2 p.m. Pacific time, I am usually on Table Takes. But we are also doing a special series celebrating 50 years of Dungeons & Dragons every Saturday. Our first show was last week. For the next 5 Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific time, we are doing an event. This coming one will be about Advanced Dungeons & Dragons, and the one after that will be about 2nd edition Dungeons & Dragons, and so on and so forth. Each event goes through all the editions of Dungeons & Dragons, where we start by talking about that edition, what was interesting about that edition, what was new about that edition, ideally with people who worked on it. In most cases, that's a little hard for the earliest 2 editions. But starting with 2nd edition, each edition we will have the lead designer of that edition, Zeb Cook, Jonathan Tweet, Rob Heinzu, Mike Merles, in order here at this table, talking with other people that worked on it and so on. And then we play a session using that edition rules. So that's pretty cool. And Bryce is going to be at one of the upcoming sessions. You're going to be at the 5e session,
Yeah,
right?
5e.
That's June 15th, right?
Super stoked.
So
Do I get to make my
Yeah.
own character?
no.
Oh.
Ixnay.
We'll cut that part.
I'm also on the website, www.worldofchaldea.com, and our socials are #WorldofChaldea. That's it for tonight. Thank you for running. Thanks to Tanel Lovett for being doing live art draws for us. Thank you for Joseph Aracto, our tech, and thank you for coming and hanging out with us. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.